Today I am going to give you updates about the Coral Princess, what's going on Australia with her because she has made headlines, as well as some other onboard updates. I'm going to talk to you about my cruise last week on the Discovery Princess. It was the Love Boat cruise. I had a fabulous time. And then I've got some things. Holland America has also updated their COVID protocols, as well as some other updates. So let's go ahead and get started. Hi there, this is Allison with Let's Go Travel Tips. Today is Monday. It's October 31st of 2022. Happy Halloween to all of those of you here in the United States that celebrate. I wouldn't call me a huge Halloween person, but I love the fall. I love handing out candy to trick-or-treaters. But tonight we are going to do our live. It's always at 9 p.m. Eastern, which makes it 6 p.m. Pacific time. So we would love to have you join us. We're going to talk about my cruise this last week, getting on Celebrity on Friday morning this week. Lots we've got to talk about, as well as we'll answer all of your questions. So bring your questions, come, and we always have a fun time. Now, the first thing that I want to talk to you about here really quick is the Coral Princess. She made headlines this last week as she sailed from Sydney, ended up in Broome, Australia, and had COVID on board. Now, the really interesting thing to me, and this has been this way ever since the cruising restart, is the way the press covers this. So one of our Let's Go family members was so very kind to send me information, and I am not sure if they are in Australia or anyway, I very much appreciate you sending me this. So there are two main headlines. One is thousands of people trapped on cruise ship for 5 days after COVID-19 outbreak. Like, what's that? Nobody was trapped on the cruise ship. Let me tell you that. So don't be worrying. And then the other headline is COVID-19 cases confirmed aboard first cruise liner to dock in Western Australia after 2 years. So truly, she is the first, it's the first time that they have allowed a cruise ship with more than 350 passengers to dock there in Western Australia. I hope I'm saying the town correctly, Broome, Broome. And when she arrived, indeed, she did have some COVID cases on board. The really interesting thing is the Princess rep there made a statement, and they said, "It is not our practice to issue case numbers independently of public health authorities, and we are adhering to that approach on this occasion." So there are apparently about 1,900 passengers on that cruise ship. Apparently, there were some COVID cases. Now, a couple of you who are on that cruise were so kind to send me an email. A couple of updates is they have closed the guest laundry services. So if you were going to do your own laundry, you'll now have to just rinse things out in your sink. I think it's really nice. They do, if you have not been on a Princess cruise, in the shower, they always have, and it's kind of like a big thing, like I would say about this big and this big around, and they're nice. They refill it. It has shower gel / shampoo you can use for that. And then they also have some conditioner in the shower, as well as now on Princess, at least on my Discovery Princess sailing. So everybody let me know on your the Princess ship that you've been sailing on. When we were on the Regal Princess this summer, they still had the little bars of soap, which I happen to love, and the little tubes of the Lotus Spa lotion. Well, now they have that same size, about this, big around and about this high pump. One has hand soap and one has the lotion in it. And they just keep refilling those. And so the nice thing is if you have to do your laundry in your sink, you have plenty of soap if you didn't bring anything else with you. So that's very nice. But anyway, they've closed that. And then they have also closed one of the main dining rooms because they said that they believe that they are needing the staff to help with room service for people who are in quarantine. So if you're on the Coral Princess and you test positive, then you have to be in quarantine for 5 days. Okay. And they are testing before they arrive at all the ports now. It says if you test positive, you don't get to get off. If you test negative, you get to get off at the port. And so if anybody can send me any more updates from that, I would love to hear about it. But I just wanted to let everybody know and make sure, nobody is trapped on a cruise ship. We are not back where we were with the Diamond Princess or anything that happened right at the beginning of COVID there. Everything I would say is okay. They maybe do have more cases than we would hope so. I noticed that last week somebody posted on our Facebook group, I believe it was, that there's COVID on the Discovery Princess. Indeed, there is COVID everywhere. And I'm just one of those people that I am very cautious, actually, and I am very respectful of other people. I would never go somewhere if I thought I had COVID, and if I thought I had COVID on a cruise ship, I sure would isolate. I would be tested, of course, and if I did, I would isolate. Want to put that out there. At the same time, I do realize that, yes, COVID is with us. It's going to be with us. There's COVID on cruise ships. There's COVID at church. There is at school. There is at work. There is at the grocery store. I can't think of anywhere I go that there's not probably someone with COVID. And so I don't panic about that anymore. I don't know how much I panicked before, but I did worry an awful lot. So I hope that everybody, let me know what you think, but that's my perspective on it. So anyway, that's what's going on with the Coral. Everybody, anybody on the Coral Princess, let us know what's going on there. Now, the next thing I want to let you know just super fast is Holland America did update their COVID protocols. So now they are more in line with what we are seeing on Princess. If you are going to be going on any cruise with Holland America, unless you are going on one of those enhanced voyages, then you don't have to worry about whether you're vaccinated, and you don't have to worry about being tested. If you are on one of their enhanced voyages, they said they will send you additional information. And the thing that I really like about Holland America is if you go to their website and you click on, can't remember what it is, I think it's still across the top, but their COVID stuff, they have a page where you go and you enter in your booking number, and it brings up what the COVID protocols are for that sailing. How nice is that? So you don't even have to rummage around or listen to me. You can just literally go to their website, enter your booking number, and they'll let you know if you have to be tested or give proof of vaccination. Now, they do point out that if you are going to be going on a Holland America cruise, it still works really good to upload your information using the Verifly app, Verifly. It's an app on the phone. They don't have a website. If you go to verifly.com, it refers you to their app. So anyway, you just put in there, you can upload your vaccine information, your passport, and it really does make embarkation a breeze, because I did that when I went on Holland America at the end of June, and it went really well. And so if you want to still board really quickly, just upload that information and it will help you be able to get on board more quickly. So, but I thought that that's great. That simplifies everything for people who are sailing on Holland America. And they did point out, Holland America did, that these simplified protocols, like not needing to worry about your proof of vaccination or the testing, does apply to their 15-night Panama Canal cruises. So that's just awesome. It really, so if you're going on one of those cruises, Panama Canal is no longer an enhanced voyage. Same with Princess. If you didn't know that, Panama Canal sailings are not enhanced sailings. So you just get the easy protocols. Now, really quickly, I wanted to let you know the Discovery Princess, I got off on Saturday and she embarked again on another glorious cruise down the Mexican Riviera. A couple of our Let's Go family members were so kind to let us know that they had a medical emergency come up on board. So they turned around and headed back north again so that a helicopter could come and pick up the passenger that was having health trouble. Now, the Crown Princess is on her way from Hawaii to Vancouver, and she has been in very rough seas. I saw a report earlier that she was in 6 to 9 foot swells, and it was maybe going to go to 10 to 15. Later, I saw that they did hit 10 foot swells, but I don't know if they ever got higher than that. So maybe some of you on the Crown Princess would like to let us know, but they had really rough seas on their way back. They also said that the captain announced this morning, which I think was yesterday, that they are going to stop at Victoria tomorrow morning. Yesterday, so I think it's this morning, that they were stopping in Victoria to get for a passenger who needed some emergency medical attention, to get them off the ship and take care of them, and then that they would head down to Vancouver on the 2nd. So that'll be Wednesday. So yes, so that's the update, everything that's going on the Crown Princess. And then let's see what else. We've got a Let's Go family member who just got on the Sky Princess in Southampton. I think they got on Thursday. They just took a taxi to the ship, and from their hotel there in Southampton, everything went really well. The embarkation was good, and there were some glitches with the Medallion, of course, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about that. They said that the food is very good so far. The Wi-Fi is sadly slow or not working at all. Exact same thing with the Discovery Princess. Confusion this morning with no notification of a time change on the patter. So frustrated passengers sitting waiting for tours to start after no breakfast, thinking that they had time to eat. Now, I will say that when I was just on the Discovery Princess, and I'll get Gordon to put those patters up this week. I don't think that they mentioned the time change on the patter. I don't remember seeing it there. I only remember them announcing it over the loudspeaker and putting the little, that little paper they leave on your bed to change the time. And so if they forgot to put that out, I can see that would be a problem. But they also said they had over an hour to wait to get into the main dining room. But the service was good once they were seated. And then let's see, anything else here super fast? Oh, a quick thing. You know what? Let's just launch into my report right now about my cruise, but I'm going to talk about transfers first. And so as far as transfers go, you heard my video that I did on board. If you haven't heard it about what happened there, make sure that you go watch that. I'll have Gordon link it below. What a mess transfers have become, and what a lack of knowledge people at the customer service desk seem to have. Now, I'm not going to make that a blanket statement about everybody because there's some really remarkable people there at customer service, but there are some that don't know what's going on, and I don't know if they don't care enough to find out or if there is simply not enough training going on. I kind of think it's maybe not enough training, but that's just me. And I'll tell you why I think that as well. So anyway, with my transfer, I ended up just getting off the ship. I got a porter to help me. And by the way, there was a long line at customs getting off the ship on Saturday morning. And I did do the walk off by yourself thing. And you can start getting off at 7:30 in the morning for that. That's the time they open that up. And then if you were going to be on a transfer, the first transfer was supposed to be meeting in the dining room by 7:55. So it sounds like they were going to move the transfers earlier. And I would really like to hear from any of you who maybe were on that first set of transfers. I would be thinking that if you weren't supposed to be meeting, I think it was in the dining room, I can't remember, but that's neither here nor there. But if you were supposed to be meeting by 7:55, I cannot imagine them leaving before 8:30. So putting that out there. Now, so anyway, so I walked off and there was already a long line at the customs. You have to go through customs when you get off the ship. So a tip to know is get a porter. They'll put your luggage on their little rolling cart thing, and then they take you right up. There is a separate customs line for people using a porter, and they get you right through like that. Okay, so there's a tip. And so then we went outside, and there was a guy offering a car service to the airport. So I took him up on it, and the guy was really nice, took my luggage over and loaded it up, and we were on our way, and he got me to the airport super fast. Great way of doing it. I think that, and then so as I am walking out with the porter, leaving the terminal building there is a guy with a princess shirt on saying, "Do you want a princess transfer?" And I said, "How soon are they leaving?" And by now it's like 8:30. Yeah, it probably was, or 8:20, something like that. And he's like, "I'm not sure, maybe 20 minutes, maybe half an hour, maybe 40 minutes. And I'm like thinking, well, that's not going to work for me. So I took the car service. It worked just perfectly. Now, I have got some other updates from that I want to tell you really quick. Somebody was on just this weekend on a transfer there in New York City from, LaGuardia down to the port, and they said that they think that their driver was lost. They seemed brand new and they seemed very lost. Our driver was very lost at the port there in Los Angeles. Picking us up from LAX. So at LAX there's two lines. There's one, the inner one for like the airport buses and people that are authorized to be in that lane. All the other pickups are a lane out. And even I know that. And I'm not even a bus driver there. Well, our bus driver pulled into that inside lane. And so they were, usually they would load like 24 people onto the transfer bus and then go to another terminal, pick up more people, go to the other terminal, pick up more people so that they'd have space. But they hurried up and filled up our bus because the lady was like, the princess rep there was like, you need to hurry up and get out of this lane because you have to stay in it all the way around the airport or else you're going to get a ticket. So they didn't want them to stop at other terminals. So clearly this person had never done this before and was really not trained. So anyway, it sounds like that is what's going on a lot. My take-home message from this is I don't really think I'm probably going to take a princess transfer in the United States again. I'm going to probably take one somewhere else unless I start hearing trouble with those. I have not heard any trouble with princess transfers outside of the United States. So if you have been on a sailing this year, let us know what your transfer experience was like. Would you, if you were sailing out of somewhere else other than the US? And at the same time, I want to say, I know that there are a lot of them that go very smoothly. My personality is I don't like unexpected glitches. And so I just would rather know what I'm doing and take care of it. So I'll just schedule another way to get to the ship. And so, that's everything about the transfers. I did get to the airport, got my flight just fine. And I do want to let you know, one Let's Go family member, she was really nice and posted that they always use Lanskys, LANSKY''S, their limousine service when they are in Los Angeles, whether they're going to Disneyland or the port, and that they always receive excellent service from them. So I just wanted to let you know that if you would like to hire a limousine service. Now, as far as my Princess cruise went, I really had a wonderful cruise. I love cruising on Princess. It is, it's my favorite cruise line. It's the only cruise line I've cruised on. That was my 15th cruise, and I just had the best time. I missed Gordon, but I thoroughly enjoyed the whole cruise. It was such a very special cruise to me because I got to meet so many of you. You are all kind and good and the nicest people, truly, that I have met in my whole life. So thanks for taking a minute out of your cruise to say hi to me. I really enjoyed meeting you all. So thank you. Now, having said that, this is the really hard thing about my job. I really like to tell you all my honest opinion about things. I don't want to be a complainer all the time. And at the same time, we get to go on a cruise. Okay, so perspective is very, very important. Now, if I were to compare this cruise that I just went on with like the very first Princess cruise that I went on and truly everyone that I had up through COVID before then, it's not the same as far as the food, some of the service. It's just not the same. But at the same time, it's okay. It's all right. I got to go. I had great food to eat. It was okay. But as far as if you are someone that has only cruised before COVID, just come and enjoy the opportunity that you have to go on a cruise. I'm not going to quit cruising with Princess. I am going to go back again and again and again unless things get worse and worse and worse. But I honestly, I don't think that will happen. I hope it doesn't happen. So let's start at the top with entertainment. Okay, Princess is doing so much better with their entertainment. I've always thought they had good entertainment, but wow. Just wow. They have that rock opera production. And I was thinking, have I seen this before? It was Bravo that I've seen before. And that was really good as well. But rock opera, oh my goodness, you guys. It takes us to a whole nother level. It could be on Broadway. It is that good. The costumes, the lighting, like the people singing, their voices are extraordinary. You don't feel like you're like, oh yeah, they got a job on a cruise ship because they weren't quite as good as anywhere else. Absolutely not. Extraordinary. Just fantastic. Can't say enough good about that. Now, they had lots of music, lots of entertainment going on all over the ship all the time. Really, really good. They had a magician. They had a comedian. They had a beautiful vocalist, Dana Monique, I think is her name. Oh my goodness, can she sing? It was just glorious to listen to her sing. Absolutely beautiful. They had, I think he's a tenor singer on board. Oh my goodness. They had entertainment like in several places all the time. The guy that played the piano, like in Crooners and over in the Crown Grill bar, Excellent pianist, excellent vocalist, really a good job. The band that would play often in the piazza was exceptional. They had 2 violinists that would play. So beautiful. Oh my goodness. Classically trained violinists. So beautiful. So I can't say enough about the entertainment. It is absolutely spectacular on Princess right now, and I don't expect it to go down. I think that they are trying harder with that. I think rumors they're starting rehearsals on another production. It sounds like the future is very bright with entertainment on Princess. It's very much in line, I think, with what the people who cruise Princess enjoy, and I can't say enough good about it. Now, the next thing that let's talk about is Club Class Dining. So Club Class Dining, several people asked me about. Now, the very first day when I got on the ship and I was in the Skagway dining room for the lunch before sail away, the part of that dining room is set aside for Club Class. The way Club Class Dining works is it is indeed a set aside part of the dining room. You enter through a different entrance, and if you are in Club Class Dining, you don't have to wait in line for a table. You get to sit at your table, and a really nice thing is you have access to the menu. Plus, every night the chef makes something special as an option for those in Club Class Dining. The people who can use Club Class Dining are if you are in a Club Class mini suite or if you are in a suite. Now, everybody that has tried it really says to me, I don't think I can go back. And so several people commented that to me on this cruise, just how much they enjoyed it. And truly, watching what happened in the main dining rooms, I can see why it's such a big deal that they always have a table for you. You can go and sit down, go there and you don't have to wait. So over in the main dining rooms, the nights that I ate there, one night I dined with someone, the lovely some Let's Go family members, and they already had the table set up. They had the reservation, and so we didn't have to wait. But when I was just there with her, even when I had a reservation, and lots of people said this, they have a reservation, you still have to wait an hour. And some people were mad. I saw somebody yell at the hostess there because they were supposed to have a reservation. They did have a reservation, but the lines were so long, even if you had a reservation. So with that experience, I really do think that Club Class has even an extra appeal. So if you can afford that, you might want to look at it. I think it's, what does it average out to? I think it's around $45 more a day a person, but there are some other things that come with it. But as far as eating in the Club Class dining room, I think that's pretty nice. Now, in talking about what happened at the main dining room, those long lines, I really do think that the Discovery Princess is not entirely staffed. They cannot have their full staff because they seem short-staffed in several areas. So when you think about it, I know that they've been used to sailing with fewer passengers, but this cruise has been pretty much sold out for a really long time now, so they knew what was coming. And I think there were 3,400 people on our sailing, and this next week there was an extra 100 people. So complete capacity on the Discovery Princess is 3,660 passengers. So they are almost at capacity, and I don't think they have a full crew because they are really short-staffed, like in the main dining room, and they are very short-staffed, like in the bar area. I noticed that, like up at the pool bar, like on a sea day, you've got only 2 bartenders, and you've got all of these passengers around the bar. You've got the couple of the waiters, crew members who go around, and bring you your drink with the medallion. They're lined up down here waiting for their drinks, and they clearly don't have enough staff to take care of everybody. So I hope that they are working on that. I like to think that they are, but they really need more crew members on board the Discovery Princess because they just don't have enough. Now, along with that, let's segue kind of with that into the Medallion and the MedallionClass App, and then we'll hit on the internet. So the Medallion, as you know, is the little round thing, and it makes it so You use it, it just unlocks your cabin, and it makes it so like if you use the app to order a drink or food, they can find you. There's a lot of glitches going on with that. So I had lots of Let's Go family members comment that they would order drinks and never get them. And indeed, I was in several places and someone would come up to me with a tray, a crew member, and say, "Are you so-and-so?" And I'd say no. And they just like could not find the person. And so I think that there are glitches with the medallion and how it's working. And so I even had one of our Let's Go family members said they like, oh, and here's another problem. You can order a drink and then in a while it'll show canceled. They just won't bring it to you. One of our Let's Go family members said that they were up on, I think they were in the buffet, and they ordered a drink and it said delivered and no drink was coming. This happened to more than one person. And so they would order another one and same thing would happen. It would say delivered and it wasn't there. And then when they went to their cabin later, they'd been delivered there. Like, what's that? So I guess the medallion really is not working the way that they were anticipating. And then the MedallionClass app is a little bit flaky. And I think that is actually related to their internet problems, because sometimes it just spins and spins and spins when you try closing it. You make sure you're connected to the medallion net and it still gives you trouble. So, but a lot of times it worked okay. All right. But sometimes it didn't work. Now, the internet is almost non-existent on the Discovery Princess. I think that while we were on board, I was on board. I think I got 2 videos that maybe when I did my lives, I had to use my phone service. The internet is not fast enough to go live. And I know that maybe that is requiring a little bit more than a lot of people use. Their upload speed is much slower than their download speed. But at the same time, like I was trying to text Gordon photos. I have an iPhone using iMessage and they wouldn't go. And so I'd have to hurry and send him a bunch when we were in port. Their internet really, really needs help. Like really, really needs help. And so, Princess, I hope that you're working on your internet and it needs to be fixed now, not in a couple of years, not next year. It needs to be fixed now. We hear about Royal Caribbean. They signed that deal with Space 10. Their ships are being outfitted with Starlink, and people say that internet is just like so fast. And this weekend we get to get on the Celebrity Beyond, and she is now equipped with the Space 10 Starlink internet as well. So I'm really excited to try that out, and hopefully we'll be able to put up lots of videos while we're on board and you'll be able to see. But anyway, don't go on a princess cruise thinking you're going to do something, okay? And I mean that very sincerely. Don't think you're going to take care of any banking issues, any important work issues, anything that you absolutely need to get done. Take care of it before you go. And if you're able to do something, that will be really nice. But if you're not, it won't. I have people wondering where their email is. I tried to send them an email. They didn't get the email. And so I just want to give you all a heads up about that. And boy, do I hope that Princess is working on that, because it is surely not acceptable. Let's see. Alrighty. Really quickly, I mentioned briefly in the video that the gift shop is not the same as it used to be. You used to be able to buy Princess things. They now just have a couple of t-shirts that I didn't particularly care for. They're kind of like, it was like this peachy color and this olive green color. So it's not like your standard, like, they didn't even have like blue or black or white, things that go with everybody. But anyway, but they don't have like Discovery Princess themed merchandise, no ornaments, no magnets, no keychains, no shirts, no nothing. They have really changed. It's just kind of more like going to this, like if you're at the mall and you're going to go look at things, they do have the cute little Stanley, and I'll show it to you maybe tonight in my live. They do have the little Stanley bears, the smaller size, dressed up in different things. Like there's one in a bee costume, and I've got video of it, and one in a little unicorn costume. Those are cute. But the gift shops really have changed. If you think that you are going to go on board and buy some makeup, like I used to love to go look around because they had all these different brands and it was really fun, and they had people who really knew makeup. They don't do that anymore either. They had Chanel looked like it was pretty well stocked, and a little bit of Clinique, but that and a little bit of Estee Lauder skincare, just a little bit. So they don't have what they used to have. They had some different fragrances, but it's not what it used to be there either. Alrighty, 2 other things I want to talk to you about. First of all, the drinks. I know that they are low on a lot of their provisions. You know I don't drink alcohol, but we have lots of Let's Go family members who do, and we have our code 4 for life. They're amazing. Go follow them. Okay, subscribe to their channel. They do really amazing princess videos, and they do things that I don't do. It's kind of fun that everybody does something different, so go follow them. But anyway, they had mentioned that, you order a drink, and then if they're out of whatever it is that is supposed to go in the drink, for example, champagne, they make it with Prosecco, and then they just give you the drink and they don't tell you. Well, of course, when you taste it, it's not the same. And so pay attention to your drinks. Make sure that you really do get what you order. And another thing is apparently some of the different bars have different, like one will be out of one thing, but it might be at another bar, but they won't go get it on the Discovery Princess. So pay attention, maybe ask, say, if you want a drink, and say, do you have Grey Goose vodka or not? And if they say no, then go to another bar and see if they have. That was just my example. But really pay attention. And if they're giving you drinks and they're not made right, go get them taken off your bill if you don't have the drinks package, because that's not okay. And it really just floors me that they try to substitute something else and not tell you, like, what's that? And then what was the other thing I wanted to tell? Oh, the accounting. So I don't know what's going on with that, but pay really close attention to your stateroom bill. You can look at it on your phone all the time, take screenshots. That's really, I think, the easiest way to do it. If you don't have a phone or you don't want to do it that way, when you're down at customer service, and you start walking towards the piazza, on your right, there's a little inlet with a machine, and all you have to do is swipe your medallion on the little princess round thing there. It's really obvious. Just swipe it, and then it comes up with your name, and you click the little printer icon, and it will print out your stateroom statement so that you can see everything and get it taken off if anything is on there that doesn't belong there. And if you return anything, like to the gift shop or anything else like that, I had people say that they were not getting their refund back. So make sure that you just keep an eye on your stateroom statement and make sure that it's accurate. Other than that, I had a fabulous time. It's wonderful. Princess had, let me tell you the Love Boat part really quick. So the Love Boat was phenomenal. They did an excellent job on the events that they did. They didn't do near as much as I expected, and truly a lot of people said they did not do as many Love Boat activities as we all expected. There were a few things here and there. It was really fun. I put up the vow renewal video. The original cast came to that. They did a question and answer kind of thing with Duval in the Princess Theater. I put that up, and it was really, really nice. On the last night, Gordon's got to edit it for me. They had a trivia where Jill Whalen showed up, but then you have to watch the whole thing because later on, Fred Grandy, who's Gopher, and Bernie Capel, who is Doc, showed up, and oh my goodness, it was so funny. They did such a good job, but it was really entertaining. So you're going to want to watch that as soon as I can get it up. But they did a really good job, and then they had on the day after they did the question and answer in the Princess Theater, the crew was so nice. They literally came. They had them seated there with a table, and then they would have people go behind them and stand with them to get their photo taken. They sat there for like 2.5 hours just smiling, as gracious as could be. And I was like almost the last person in line, and they were just so kind, so nice to me. And I'm sure they were that way to everyone. The only drawback is they were really nice. The princess person would take your phone, take a picture with your phone, and she like snapped a whole bunch. Like I got like 10 photos that she took, and then also the photographer would take one so that you could go see it. Well, the next day when they said you could come and look at them, there was a really long line to look at them, and you would have to swipe through all of these photos on an iPad and try to find yours. And a lot of people said that they did not get a photo even though their photo was taken. So that made me sad because some of the people didn't have a phone, so they didn't have any of their photo, and the line was so long, and my phone, the photo they took on my phone was just fine, so so I didn't go stand in that long line. But they said the reason that was not very well organized is that was a last minute thing. They hadn't really planned it. They just did it. So I am really grateful to the original cast of the Love Boat for coming on this cruise, for making it as fun as it was, and for being the kind and gracious people they are. I would say they really are singular. They are not like the people that you would expect who have been successful and kind of that whole Hollywood thing. They are really nice, very gracious people. So it was lots of fun. It was a special cruise. I hope they do another one, and I hope that Princess does more activities, because there were a lot of people who booked that cruise for the Love Boat. And so go ahead and put your questions down below. I know I did not cover near everything, and this video is long enough. So put any specific questions or general questions you've got below, and I am happy to talk about it. I would do that cruise again in a heartbeat. I know that if I want to be really picky, there are a lot of things that I thought, what? But at the same time, I got to go. And I'm really grateful for the gift of travel, for being able to afford to go, and most of all, to get to meet all of you. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. If you appreciate my videos, please give this one a thumbs up, and I will be talking to you all again really soon. You all take really good care. God bless you. Love you. Bye-bye.